Hello and welcome to the DFS underscore PhD show for today, the 28th of January. NBA show. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. That's how it goes. People like me, I don't remember how I'm supposed to say it, but someone's got to win that money. Maybe I do still not do much MME anymore, but there's a caveat, which is if there's consistent overlay, and there was consistent overlay all month if you were paying attention in the weird slates for the 222 today. So today we have four 222 tickets we got on massive overlay. So we're going to be talking about the 222 today. And I don't know if you can still get action. I don't think so. Yeah, we've already sold out, but I'll be selling action again for the Super Bowl. And anytime they have things like this 222 888 where they 888 people are sharp about now, but there's a 555. Sometimes people aren't paying attention about the tickets too. So anytime they miss out on those tickets, boom, I'll be there. And you can find out I do bump the Discord. Yeah, so I told you guys last night, 9:30, that when I'm actually putting a stake up, which is pretty infrequent these days because of the whole thing where Congress made it. So I don't do this anymore. Okay, I would like that to change, of course, thus the overall sad talk. But I am going to stop being a sad sack for a few minutes and talk about the NBA today. It should be an interesting slate, right? It's a long, the late games don't have much questionable stuff. Yeah, I mean, I tried to wait for the injury reports. Number one, this website stinks, man. There we go. Okay, 9:45 Eastern time. I mean, right now it is 11:30 Pacific, so that's way later than this. So what do I do? I got to go to probably 2:15 p.m. That would be or 2:30 p.m. So I'm having to manually type in the times into these injury reports in case you're wondering what we're doing here. Oh, access denied. You can't know about that one yet. Okay, well, what about 2:15? Okay, I mean, I'd rather you just made it so that these were available, on time. This is 6:45 so long ago. What am I supposed to do? Go back? Like, referees by the numbers. 28, this is the day. What am I supposed to do if they don't update the injury report? Anyway, very frustrated with the NBA sometimes, as you're aware if you follow the channel. But so easy choice number one today. We got Kata out, so you have Garza and Williams. Will be splitting the center minutes here. You should fork them. You should do some of one, some of the other. They're going to be two of the best plays on the slate, one way or the other. Now, Amari's not as good point per minute, but he is cheaper. He's going to get the minutes. He's presumably going to start. This is my alarm to make this video. So great job. It worked. Okay, so that's where we're starting. But yeah, like I was saying, we don't have super much news. Like if you hash it to the late games, the best thing you could get is some late game news, right? Like these 6 o'clock, maybe even a 5:30 one. But we don't really have too much questionable stuff. It's like LJ Cryer. Okay, who cares? I mean, Cooper. Okay, Cooper Flag and Keontae George. When did we get Keontae? That's what I'm saying. Okay, maybe I'll just go to Underdog and assume Underdog has figured out whatever problem this is. Anthony Edwards in, Draymond in. But when was this questionable tag on Keontae? Because I knew about Cooper. Oh yeah, Hornets are on him back to back. Don't play LaMelo. Okay, okay. Mitchell Robinson out. So what are they doing there? That's the other thing that I haven't looked at. Knicks backup big rotation. It's gonna be something there, right? So, but yeah, my general point is late game, late news. Okay, Cooper Flag's out. You know, probably open something out. Let's look at it just for a second. But generally, it's gonna make this whole game less appealing, right? Because if Cooper Flag's out, it's a blowout. It's just gonna be a blowout. There's no option for anything besides a blowout. Maybe you play Max Christie a little bit more. Do we think he soaks up an extra couple of minutes? No, he doesn't get the. Was it Caleb Martin's 4,100? Not great. It's just not much here. You know what I mean? Well, again, Najee, a little bit more usage. He's already got a bunch of usage. PJ's still here. I guess PJ gets some minutes, but PJ's coming back from injury, right? Yeah, 25, 20. So we don't know. He went 31 out of nowhere. You saw that. So maybe he goes 31 out of nowhere again. But I think he got hurt doing that. But in any case, there's some, I guess, upside to PJ Washington going nuts for no reason. It would. So it's a matchup that makes sense here. PJ's a big guy. They're going to need big guys against Minnesota's big guys besides Gafford and Dwight, which makes sense. Those will be the main big guy for the biggest guy, Gobert. But PJ's gonna have to play a lot. I don't think 22 minutes will do it. So I think I'm gonna be a little bit more confident in that stand for later. He's not gonna be in the run that we did for the today. And I mean, we're gonna definitely cap it at 1 unit. I am 1 unit interested in this. That's your Cooper flag out play is I guess PJ Washington gets extended. If you think he gets extended, I mean, like I'm not sure if he's going to be on a limit. Like, does Dallas play tomorrow? Mavs schedule. Yeah, Mavs have a back-to-back, so I don't know. I mean, how much are you going to extend it? Probably not that much coming back from injury on a back-to-back. I mean, I guess it could be like a play, don't play situation. But either way, I'm not that big into this play. So I'm not going to keep talking about it at this point. Okay, but what was the other one? Cooper Flag, questionable, and then oh, Keontae. But then Keontae's like, okay, first of all, do we have any line movement? NBA line movement. All right, the line is moving as if Keontae will sit at least 1 point so far. 9.5 point spread. So this game is trending towards blowout. But Steph is only 9K. And could he put up like a ridiculous number of points on these guys? Yes. Contrary wise, is this team that good? Are these Warriors that good? No, they're not that good. And like, if Keontae does play, could he put up a big number? Yeah, he could put up a big number. And I mean, like, that's the only thing that can happen because Markkanen's out, Nurk's out. And with Markkanen and Nurk out, I mean, should there be something else? Maybe. Let's look at it. Probably there should be something else here, like flip. Probably if Markkanen and Nurk are both, they're both doubtful. But these guys, oh yeah, they haven't updated the projections. That's embarrassing. It's been a while. I mean, like, I'm not wrong, right? Those were updated this morning, last night. Yeah, those are not new. I don't. Why would you make doubtful guys, right? I think they were even the injury reports that I have access to have the Utah guys out. No, not yet submitted. Okay, so this is a doubtful in some sort of we talked to the coach and maybe you believe us. Why is it? I need updated injury reports. Makes it very hard to do this. I'm going to assume for now that this is correct, but it's probably. I mean, this is a late game. It's possible we're not even going to get the injury report for another 15 to 30 minutes. If Mark and Nurk are out, you will have some value here that is not currently represented. That is important. Um, Flip gets an extra, I don't know, 10. Goes up to 30, becomes not good. 6,400, like fine. I don't know, man. He's so expensive because he's been in this situation a lot. We got doubtful Kevin Love too. That's another. Stop putting doubtful people in the field, guys. I mean, I guess I haven't seen this being official yet. You know what I mean? So I don't, maybe that's why they're leaving. But you can't have it both ways. Don't say doubtful over here and then leave their projection. That just makes me look silly when I try to talk about Utah. And I'm like, wait, there's like nobody here projected for points because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They got 10 guys. I don't know about Tanjay or Harkless or Oscar, but if Keontae's out, they would only have 9. Anyway, could be very interesting, but everybody's price is just so gross. Like everybody 4K? Like if Kyle Anderson was like 3,500, great. Let's all eat at the Kyle Anderson table. But right now, even with this possible value opening up, I mean, what? Kevin Love, Nurkic, it's got to be bigs, but what? Slow-mo gets 20? Yay! And then you have like a little slow-mo and you feel really stupid when he does terrible. I don't know. I mean, he's been getting minutes though, right? Kyle Anderson. Like legit shifts when he gets them. Yeah, 25, 25. I think if you get 25 Kyle Anderson minutes, you're feeling pretty positive about your situation. I Let's check. Let's check on his current team. Like every team, it's different, right? So how many minutes do we even have from Kyle Anderson in the sample? Probably not that many. But if we get like everybody out again, Keontae out and Nurk, you know what? That's not. It's Nurk and it's Markkanen. Those are the ones that are relevant to this particular guy, Kyle Anderson. I mean, maybe the other guys too, but I don't want. You always want to leave your sample as wide as possible. By the way, I did come to a conclusion about this the other day about splits. I've talked about splits and I've talked about how because error goes with 1 over the square root of n, you should always take your largest n sample for the least error. There's another reason. The other reason is just like what we saw here, right? I thought about, now, I didn't respond to something I didn't like here. I just immediately realized, oh, I want the bigs. But it pointed out how many different ways you could parse this data, right? You could parse any number of combinations of this and there's going to be accidental correlations in all of them. So that's why it's important you look at the number of minutes. R.I.P. Walker Kessler. I'll get your name right one day. But Flip, pretty good. Who's even the guy? The guy is Flip. Flip will get all the minutes. Slow mo, not getting that many minutes, but 0.83. 0.83. That's what I wanted to come here for. So yeah, if he gets 24 minutes, it's not unreasonable to put him at 20 fantasy points. And I just don't think you can. Right. We said 25 minutes and zero point 0.8, so 20. Yeah. You just don't need it. Like, you don't need any of this. This team's going to get blown out. They score 40 points. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't, also, Kyle George or Keontae George could score 40 points by himself. So, pretty wide range of outcomes, somewhat appealing. I don't know. I'm going to leave Keontae. I'm going to leave Flip, like, around, but generally speaking, gross. This game's gross. I mean, I guess. We're gonna get Collier up probably to if I guess if Keontae's out, then I would get Collier to value, right? Collier becomes like fine. Gosh, even at 30, he's not much, right? These guys are all priced ridiculously for their roles, 5,900. So I'm just not gonna click them in. I'm not tapping them in. Okay, so where did we go? What rules do we have? You watch the show a lot, you know I like rules. Maximum one Boston center. You probably already heard that when I was doing the Boston center talk. Garza or Amari. Those are your two options for, and that's Amari only if he starts. If Garza starts, we're just full tilt Garza. We're adding extra. Currently, we have them 25-22 for minutes. Amari starting. If we get 25-22 the other way around, it's not no interest in Amari, all interest in Garza. Okay, so the starter there matters a lot. Similarly, one other place today where the starter matters so much. Check this out. Josh Giddey stats. This team is not very good at communicating. So you got to look 26, 24, 28, season average 32 minutes. How long are we going to see like in the last games? Have these games been close for Chicago? I don't think so. So let's look at Chicago. 28-point game on the 20th? Oh, what? What's going on here? Why am I not? Oh, is this on page two? I'm on page two. Of course, I've already been doing a deep dive here, guys, and prepping the show, so I'm on page two. All right. It's so rare for me to do that. I shocked myself. All right, so let's see. Chicago, off the bench, Giddey, 28 minutes. Check out the second half. 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there, 10, 15. He's on pace for 30 minutes in that second half. I think if you see him starting, you're seeing the full. I don't think there's any more limit on him. He's been playing increasing amount of minutes. So I think you better be careful with that because Chicago and Indy is going to be a close game today. And if you get full minutes, Josh Giddey, I mean, you got to have him. You simply got to have him. I don't have him in this draft, but if he starts, we're going 50%. And I mean, yeah, I guess I gotta make it as if he's starting. I'm not gonna pretend like he's not for this draft. But yeah, him and Vooch are the ones that are in play from Chicago. This whole Chicago Indy game, I'm surprised I'm not getting more of it. I guess I just want the values. That's it's fine. What's Kobe White up to? He's working his way back from something as well. Oh, stats. Come on, you know I'm saying stats. 31, 32, 31. Yeah, he might get 33 in a pinch, but he needs a couple more minutes. Yeah, I'm adding a little bit more. I need to get a little bit more from this game because it's going to be close. And how isn't Jalen Smith playing more than 24? Yeah, 27, 37. What? 37? Is that really? We got a 35 and a 37 and a 36 in here. What? I gotta look at that. Jeez. Did you see this? The 26th, he played 36 minutes, and he's not the one coming out. I mean, like, yeah, I think Giddey might start today. That doesn't mean Jalen Smith is going to the bench. I mean, like, Indiana is kind of big. Siakam and another guy probably. If they go small, maybe they stick with this. But I think Okoro goes to the bench, and you just see Giddey start eventually, right? I mean, who needs Okoro in there? For that's not the plan. He's always a plug for somebody coming back from injury kind of guy. You can get to McConnell. I'm not going to unclick McConnell. We need options. He's fine. They don't play him that much, like he just never gets more than like 18, 19 minutes. Like if we get one of these 21 to 28 games, great, you're eating. But just don't do that much. And they're not going to. I don't feel confident they do it today. Jalen Smith, that's what we were doing. We were making sure we have Jalen Smith for 30 minutes at least. That's just not right. This is not correct. So Jalen Smith is going to go into our pile of absolute plays today. Up to 50% Jalen Smith because the matchup he can play Jarris Walker. He can probably stop Siakam. I mean, like I don't know why you cannot count out. Let's look at that. What was the Jalen Smith the number of games where he had those huge upside games? We have one, two, three out of the last, and that's not counting a 31. So let's count the 31. Yeah, because he got a double-double in that amount of time. So 36, 35, 31. That's four. That's like half the time. So I think 50% is justified for Jalen Smith just on the what if they match up against a pretty big Chicago team the way they present. I mean, Buzelis, you could, well, he's on the same team. So yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, those Buzelis minutes, right? How are those doing? Right? Shouldn't he be the one losing out here? Where's Buzelis in this rotation? Yeah, 22 minutes. I thought that might be it. So what do we got Buzelis for right here? 26. I don't know. I think the tide is turning, and Jalen Smith is playing some basketball. So I'm popping this over to full Jalen Smith. You can fork it if you want, if you have belief in Buzelis still. I think they're trading Buzelis. I think they're keeping Jalen. You know what? We've done enough. We've done enough yammering that I will just tell you. I'll do one more from the top. I've changed a bunch of stuff. Whenever, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Also, The Sims. They were late with The Sims. So if you're late with The Sims, I might actually do some real life stuff. I got my entry exposure too. I can still tell you what I got. So Naquan Tomlin, just another one of the guys we haven't talked about, but just solid background value. I mean, like he'll fall out if we get other stuff happening. He's in the first game though, so you got to make a decision. And I think you could be double the field on Naquan Tomlin. He's not going to hurt you. I love his energy. He's getting the minutes consistently. Is that, yeah, of course, Naquan Tomlin, Mike Tomlin stats. Yeah, I'll go stats. So stupid. 24, 25, a lot of minutes. These games, he's close. He's not blowout proof, but like they like playing him. And look at these. Wow, I thought he got more stocks. No stocks in the last couple games, still getting value. Oh, five personal fouls, four personal fouls. Okay. Even with that. But are we getting the points? Eight. 2 for 7 shooting, 3 for 7. I mean, phew, he's barely getting there. I'm not feeling as confident as I once was. Popping it down to 25%. I like the way he plays. He's going to get those minutes, but what do we, I mean, let's look at let's dispassionately analyze his numbers. So what? Control tab over to this one. And then we go Cleveland. Is that right? What were we looking at? No, Chicago. No, Naquan Tomlin. And Naquan Tomlin, 0.83. Pretty good. Ah, man. Whew. So if you give him, yeah, I'm fine. I don't really care. You have as much Tomlin as you want. I'm not going to talk you off him. You can have 20. I'm playing four, and you guys know, and thank you for staking me, guys, whoever you are, probably enjoying the video. But yeah, I have one, I'll have two of Tomlin. He's a filler play. I right now, I think we're gonna have enough other good value. Like, where does this go? Horford, yes. Miller, yes. Jalen Smith, great. Brunson, I think Brunson could see a few extra minutes. Yeah, I think that's fine. They got him for 34. Isn't Brunson seeing just like gross minutes sometimes? 38, 37, 37. So if we get close game, we're talking 37 and a half minutes for this guy. And if we get, and he's taking all those extra shots. It's not just minutes. It's not just like dry burn out there. It's 4 extra minutes of every single shot and every single play initiated by Brunson. So that's why I'm comfortable with that play. Draymond, fine. Fine. I'll play Draymond sometimes. Got to. I mean, just fine. Mathematically, he's priced right. I don't like Draymond, man. I don't want to be like, maybe I cut Draymond down a level here, but for now, whatever. I gotta consult. I'm still doing the whole process, consulting the council of dudes. We'll see how much longer we keep Saber Sim. Obviously, if I'm not doing MME every day, it's not gonna make sense to keep using the software, cutting down on a bunch of stuff, cutting off all the ESPN Unlimiteds and the Peacocks of the world. But yeah, until I can write them off again. Come on, come on, tick, 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 tick. The appropriations committee whole thing, man. Ah, these gambling people are so bad at their thing. They just don't want it. They just don't want it. Okay. Suggs, I had to limit him because the optimizer was going crazy. I'm just not sure, like, Suggs stats. Is he back? Yeah, I don't know if he's back. He will be one day. And the first day he is back, you'll want him there. And similarly, like, I think Anthony Black is the guy who's there. And I don't think he's going away. Like Black isn't going to lose that much to Suggs when he comes back. It's going to be them on the court together a lot. And so is that true? Who's the I got to double check. I don't care that much about normalizing things, but yeah, Penda, Jace Richardson minutes, even De Silva, Tyus Jones. Yeah, I think that you'll get a lot. I think you'll still see plenty of these guys, but now that I mention it to myself, the return of Suggs and Suggs' upside on minutes is definitely Black's downside on minutes. So we're gonna dock Anthony Black down at peg. And honestly, I don't really want to play either one of those guys until we see how this shakes out. But that's kind of the thing. Like they are priced right. Like they're priced so that you might want to build in a fork just so you don't have them together, right? So let's do it. At this particular time, this is not a long-lasting rule. This is as Jalen Suggs works his way back from injury rule. We will say max one of these guys until their prices adjust, and then we turn back off. So max one Orlando guy value for price. Guy. Let's make that a little bit more specific. Point guard value for price. Suggs Black. Okay. And I have one more rule. Let me make sure I mention. Oh, it's the Minnesota Bigs rule. I started talking about rules a few times. Max 2 out of 3 for the three big ones, which are Randall, Gobert, and Naz Reid. That one has paid off a lot, and it's max 2 out of 3 because 2 out of 3 of them will finish the game and score all the points. Okay, so overall, where does this leave us? A lot of Giddey, a lot of Garza, a lot of Mitchell. Yeah, all these things make sense. Horford versus Utah. I mean, I guess you could argue for a fade. Don't do it. I think don't fade. I think that's fine. Just make sure when you got the winning lineup, it's going to win $150,000. You want to make sure you put it in there. I just did it 3 minutes ago. Okay, we're circling. We're not saying anything. High value plays. I'm fine with you, Cat. If you want to get there, yes. Okay, I see you. Alarm. Yes, I'll go eat lunch. Um, yeah, let's look at low leverage. I guess low leverage, high leverage is all I got. Yeah, I know the high leverage is all the guys I'm playing. Not playing Steph, not playing Pods, not playing B Will. I mean, Steph, 9K is pretty low. Does he get the minutes though? I think it's going to be a massive blowout. He's not going to play the fourth quarter, and just not that interested of a guy when it's a smash. He's not the kind of guy who wants to put up 50 against nobodies. You know what I mean? Like he wants to put up 50 against somebody's. So I'm fine with all these fades. If you get some Ant-Man, fine. If you get some Steph, fine. This is because I'm playing 4, right? I would definitely have some of them if I was playing 10 even. So yeah, that's how we're rolling today. A lot of these negative leverage plays are just you can't play them all. So I like these positive leverage plays. And with that, I'll say, hey, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, Someone's got to win that money. Um, oh, and I wanted to say my wife pointed out this. Oh, it's kind of stuck. Well, the what's it called? The belt for Saber Sim that they gave me. I showed you the main plate is cool, but the side plate, I didn't notice one of the embellishments. There's a circle that has all the players, like it has the Saber Sim symbol, and around that little hexagon is a circle with all your players' names from the winning lineup. So anyway, that was really cool. I like that little embellishment. But I can't figure out how to get that thing off its mount. So for now, I will just say see you next time and remember to make sure you know your tax laws. And yeah, see you next time.